Okay guys, quick update with Bitcoin. I apologize for the format. I am at the beach. The sun is coming up and it is bright as shit out, and it's kind of hard to see this tablet, but I do want to get this video up pretty quick. Remember, today is, I think it's the FOMC meeting. It's around, what, 2 o'clock? So I just want to cover a few things. This is the previous video I put up. If you want to watch it, I'll put a link up to it now. I did tell you guys if we pushed up, 69K was an ideal point to short. And if we got below the central Bollinger Band on the daily, to pay attention to that, that could be a clue that we're going much lower. I do believe we're topped out, but it is possible we could push up a little higher. Take note where I have the next support level at 60,129. That ended up being where you see that bottom Bollinger Band on the daily actually pushed up and actually hit that support level, which was confluence. That's where we're currently at now for a point to go long. So do watch this video. I'm going to cover a few things in the charts. Let me see if I can get this working, guys. This is the first time I've done this on a tablet. In Discord, the same thing, guys. I was just letting you know how important of a level. You should have already shorted 73K, 74K around that area. But if we did push back up, told you 69K was a likely point to short. And I was talking about the heat maps. I was also covering the different charts. And I was showing why that was such a key level to short. You see we get rejected at 69K. And I did make this post, guys. I mean, you can see right here. We all know I'm the most bullish person on Bitcoin ever. No one is as bullish on Bitcoin as me. That being said, this looks bearish as fuck. Key level shown below. And remember, every drop is a gift, as it's a chance to buy Bitcoin at a lower price. And you can see we did start dropping. The key support level I mentioned on the H1 chart was right in confluence with that central Bollinger Band on the D1 chart. And I made a post right here because you can see we broke below that central Bollinger Band and that key support level on the H1 chart. I will cover the macro chart. The Bollinger Band on the weekly is a very important moving average to pay attention to. And you can see we dropped down to that point and we found support. So I'm going to cover these charts, especially this macro chart. This is a very important chart. Guys, if we get into leverage trading, one exchange that you want to use if you're located in the US, it's no KYC, it's CoinCatch. In some states, you do not even need to use a VPN. If you want to sign up, that link's pinned in the first comment description. Two other exchanges I use are Bigot and BingX. Those links to sign up are also pinned in the first comment description as well. If you want to learn how to trade on Bigot, I have a tutorial video I put up. I will put a link up to that video now if you want to check it out. So let's go through a few of these charts, guys. So currently, this is the H1 chart. Your current support right now is right at 62,869. Your next resistance level is 64,700. Your next strongest support level, an ideal point to short, be around 66,630. And again, 69K is going to be very strong resistance. But you can see 60K. We didn't quite make it down to that point, but that is your next strongest support level if you break below 62,869. Let's move on to, this is the D1 chart. And as I said earlier, you can see once we hit 69K, we got rejected. We broke below the central Bollinger Band on the daily, and you can see that line, that blue line, that fib channel line at 60,500 became support, and confluence was the bottom Bollinger Band on the daily was right at that line, so that was a point to go long. So stay bullish above 60,494 up to your next resistance level, which is potentially 69K. Ideal point to short. If you get above that, take note the top Bollinger Band is coming down to 72K. So 69K first point to short. Get above that, 72,079 around that area. And as I said, guys, if we break below 60,494, your next strongest support level will be those three lines. In previous videos, they were yellow, red, and orange. So let's see, this is 55,655 down to about 54,000. If we break below that point, if this right here becomes resistance, again, remember I told you guys we've never crossed one of these lines without getting a pump. It was, it was 53,854,000. Said if we got above this line to expect a pump for us to go parabolic. That did play out. Well, now that will be support. So if we do break below 60,500 or 60,500, the next point to go long 55,600 to 54,000. However, if that becomes resistance, if we get below this point, that will be a hint that we're going much lower. So just want to make sure you have those levels. Key resistance 69,073. Current support 60,494. If we break below that, next point to go long is around 55,655. Let's go to the Dow chart real quick, guys. And I mentioned this before, so people were asking me in Discord, but how do we know if this is a correction or if we're actually going to go much higher? Well, I can tell you this, the indices move together. This is my Dow chart. We've been testing this resistance level around 39,000 for weeks and weeks and weeks, and we cannot get above it. Every time we hit it, we get rejected. So I can tell you this, if you see the Dow, just specifically the Dow, because this is the one I have charted right now, if we get a decisive break above 39,189 and that becomes support, we start putting new all-time highs for the indices, guys, Bitcoin probably has more upside. That being said, if we continue to go sideways and ultimately get rejected and we cannot break above that point, put a new all-time high, and the indices are topped, I'm sorry, Bitcoin does follow the indices. That means we are topped out for Bitcoin as well, and that's why that orange ring is so important to pay attention to. This is the macro chart on, this is the weekly, and this is all I want to point out, guys. And I'd made a post about this before. We actually longed, if you'll take note, we actually, at one point, let me zoom in a bit here. This is very difficult to do. I just lost, let me just hit refresh on this real quick. Alright, there we go. So again, you can see we held support. If I can zoom in here, this is very awkward. You can see we held support right there and got a bounce on that red moving average. Is the top Bollinger Band on the weekly. And again, if we do push up, I think the highest we would go would be 78,000, but I don't think we're going to make it back above our previous high. We might briefly test it. And the reason I say this, if you look back, gotta make sure I see what I'm doing here. I have these white lines on the chart here. So if we are topped out, and take note, see that this first white line right here, see it's an upward angle. We tested it, we tested it again, we tested it again. The price kind of pushed up. So we got up. We tested it, we pushed up a little higher than our previous high, pushed up a little higher than our previous high, then we dropped. Same thing happened here. We pushed up, we tested it multiple times, and then got a drop. But take note that we moved down that blue ring, and we know that blue ring can act as resistance. We've never crossed one of these rings without getting a pump. So that means this blue ring right here, you see where it says cross ring pump? If we cross that ring, we know we're going much higher. In the meantime, that could act as resistance. But I just want to point out, it is possible we could push up. We could, for all the people that shorted around 73K, we could push up, test it one more time to take out those shorts, people long, and then we get the rug pull. So again, I do think we're top. That does not mean we cannot push a little higher. So I'd pay attention to that. Guys, again, if you want to get access to these live charts in Discord, if you want to sign up, the link's pinned first comment description. It's optimalcrypto.com. You can't pay with USDT, so you can email me through the website. And also, if you want access to Discord, email me through the website for that as well. Guys, you can get a leverage trading. CoinCash is a great option from the US, no KYC. Some states do not even need a VPN. Also, BitGet and BingX are two other exchanges that I trust and use. All those links to sign up are pinned in first comment description. Guys, I will keep you updated. The next video I will do in the regular format. Again, I'm just at the beach and enjoying myself, but I wanted to get this video up. Remember, the FOMC, I think, is today, so pay attention to that. We'll have to see what happens. Tom Crown should be doing a live stream today, so I'll have a link to that. I'll be in a live chat in there. That's it, guys. Trade safe, trade smart. I'm out.